We're welcoming back AMD to high-end GPU gaming today as its RX 6000 series cards are finally on sale. The RX 6800 and RX 6800 XT are set to retail for $579 and $649 respectively, and interestingly, those prices both cost more, 6800 and undercut, 6800 XT, the competition from Nvidia 2, making for an interesting battle. In this article I'll be taking a look at the RX 6800 versus the RTX 3070, but you can also see my review of the RX 6800 XT versus the RTX 3080 below, including a more detailed analysis of AMD's new cards. That $579 price tag is a sizable $80 more than Nvidia's RTX 3070, although pinning prices down can be tricky at the moment with poor stock levels. Still, that's 16% more than Nvidia's RTX 3070 asking price, so we'll have to remember that when looking at the benchmarks. My test system includes an Intel Core i9-10900K and 16GB 3466 MHz Corsair Vengeance DDR4 memory. The system is the same as the one I used for my Nvidia RTX testing, so does not support PCIe 4.0 and obviously lacks support for AMD's Smart Access Memory 2, but so do the vast majority of gaming PCs out there. I intend to compare both it and Nvidia's implementation in a future article instead. With the full array of RTX options turned on here, the RX 6800 still manages to keep pace with the RTX 3070 on the minimum 99th percentile, but the Nvidia card was a little way ahead of the RX 6800 on the average frame rate. Stepping up to 1440p and disabling ray tracing and DLSS, the RX 6800 leapt ahead of the Nvidia card and just about justified its extra premium, even outstripping the RTX 2080 Ti. With ray tracing and DLSS enabled, the Nvidia card leapt ahead, but again, the RX 6800 isn't quite as far behind here as the RX 6800 XT was to the RTX 3080. The minimum 99th percentile is just a little short, although admittedly the average is a good 15 FPS short. Again, ray tracing disabled, and the RX 6800 is by far the faster card, offering a sizable boost to minimum 99th percentile frame rate. Interestingly, at 1080p, it's Nvidia that comes out top in Far Cry New Dawn, and this could well be an area that AMD's Smart Access Memory comes in, as the game can be impacted by the CPU at these settings, as we saw on my Ryzen 5000 coverage. At 1440p, the AMD card leaps ahead, but not by much, and there are still indications that there's some CPU bottlenecking here given the tight spread of results. 4K sorts out the men from the boys though, and the RX 6800 takes a massive leap forwards, no double helped by its 16GB of memory, with a minimum 99th percentile frame rate of 76 FPS versus 63 FPS for the RTX 3070. It was AMD's turn again in Shadow of the Tomb Raider at 1080p without ray tracing and DLSS enabled, and the RX 6800 offered sizable gains on both minimum and average frame rates, mostly matching the RTX 2080 Ti. The same was true at 1440p, with a massive near 20 FPS lead on the minimum frame rate and bettering both RTX 3070 and RTX 2080 Ti.